The Invisible Millionaire. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been fed a massive lie. We have been told that to become rich, you need a massive salary, a high-flying corporate title, or a stroke of lottery luck. Because of this lie, millions of people look at their modest paychecks every month and say, "What's the point? I don't earn enough to save. I'll start building wealth when I make more money." But wealth is not a reflection of how much you earn. Wealth is a reflection of how much you keep and what you command that money to do for you. The art of becoming rich on a low salary is not about deprivation. It is about strategy, discipline, and patience. It is about realizing that a small seed planted consistently in fertile soil will eventually grow into a massive oak tree. Your low salary is not a prison sentence. It is your starting line. Stop looking at your paycheck as just money to pay bills. Look at it as a tool for your freedom. Every dollar, every CDI, every yen you save and invest is a small worker you are hiring to work for you while you sleep. The high earner who spends everything is financially weak. The low earner who builds with discipline is quietly powerful. You do not need a fortune to start, but you must start to build a fortune. Master your habits, master your mindset, and the wealth will follow. To turn a low salary into a strong financial fortress, you must follow a strict, non-negotiable system where sequence matters. 1. Adopt the Kakebo mindset. Track every single unit of currency. Before you save, you must know where your money bleeds. Use the traditional Japanese method of Kakebo, a manual budgeting journal. At the start of the month, write down your fixed income and fixed expenses. Ask yourself honestly, how much do I want to save? How can I improve? Awareness alone slashes unnecessary spending by 15 to 20%. 2. Pay yourself first. The 10% rule. Automate your savings. Never save what is left after spending. Instead, spend what is left after saving. The moment your salary hits your account, automatically move at least 10%, ideally 20%, into a separate account. If you never see it in your main account, you will learn to live comfortably without it. 3. Kill high-interest debt. Eliminate financial friction. High-interest loans or credit cards are wealth destroyers. You cannot build a fortune if you are paying out heavy interest. Use the debt avalanche method. Pay the bare minimum on all debts and throw every extra resource at the debt with the highest interest rate until it is completely dead. 4. Build the peace of mind fund. 3 to 6 months of basic living expenses. Life happens. Cars break down. Medical emergencies pop up. Without an emergency fund, a minor crisis will force you back into high-interest debt, destroying your progress. Keep this cash in a safe, easily accessible, high-yield savings account. 5. Acquire income-generating assets. Make your money work for you. Once your emergency fund is set, your saved money must become active. On a low salary, you don't have time to gamble on single stocks. Put your money into low-cost index funds or exchange-traded funds, ETFs, that track the whole market. Or look into small, accessible local income-generating assets like micro-real estate or small business equipment. Let compound interest do the heavy lifting over time. The story of Koichi Matsubara, the invisible millionaire. To see this in action, we look to Tokyo, Japan, and the real-life story of a man named Koichi Matsubara. Koichi did not inherit wealth, nor did he land a high-paying executive job. He grew up in a single-parent household where money was incredibly tight. After finishing secondary school, he took a modest job as an ordinary factory worker, earning a low starting salary of just 180,000 yen, around 1,200 US dollars a month. Instead of complaining about his low wage or trying to look rich to impress his peers, Koichi practiced extreme intentionality. He lived in a tiny, affordable apartment, cooked all his own meals, rode a bicycle instead of buying a car, and famously didn't buy a single new piece of clothing for over 10 years. By tightly controlling his expenses, he managed to save 3 million yen, around 20,000 US dollars, within his first few years. He didn't waste his savings on luxuries. Instead, he noticed the Japanese housing market was at a low point and used that money to buy a small, single studio flat. He poured the rental income from that flat back into paying off the mortgage early. Once that property was fully paid off and generating pure profit, he used the combined power of his factory salary and his rental income to buy a second property, then a third, then a fourth. The outcome, by his mid-50s, the former low-wage factory worker owned 7 rental properties across Tokyo and its suburbs, alongside a healthy portfolio of stocks and mutual funds. Today, Koichi generates over 30 million yen, roughly 200,000 US dollars, every single year in pure passive income. Yet, if you met him on the street, you would never know it. Koichi still lives in a modest flat, cooks his own food, and rides his bicycle. In fact, to stay healthy and give his days structure, he works a part-time job as a janitor, cleaning public areas and sweeping floors for just a few hours a week. He is the ultimate invisible millionaire, living proof that a low starting salary combined with relentless discipline can buy absolute financial freedom.